This Meditainment production is brought to you today by the Samurai Aquatics and Decor Metaventure. Scan that QR code or click that link in the description and dive yourself headfirst into the Samurai Aquatics Discord server to pleasure your peepers on our current and future range of outdoor decor.
Established in April 2021, Upland Development United is the oldest and most exclusive and transparent no development collaborative in the Upland Metaverse. Contact Morecheese at 68 for more information. Warning! This podcast is produced by Metaverse Ventures Entertainment and contains unsolicited and heavily biased opinions which are solely the views of the individuals involved. It does not include investment advice of any kind, and you are responsible for undertaking your own financial, including tax liability research relevant to your own individual circumstances.
Taking over the Upland Development United. Total meta domination.
G'day, and thank you for listening to or watching the UDU podcast. This is year 3, number 103, presented by Metaverse Ventures Entertainment, Morecheese, and me, Ben68. I'm still sick, but I'm holding in there. Featuring co-host Dak, Joe Lives, the agency TB125, members from the Upland Development United team, and of course, general Upland community members. Today's show is recording live on either Tuesday the 30th or Wednesday the 31st of May, depending on where you're at. Now, normally I'd say, how you doing this morning, Cheese? But it's happy birthday to Cheese and Shaq and Unspoken Bullet and the Goldsmiths, Mini-Me, and somebody else that we forgot here in the future, at least.
in the future, but I do appreciate it.
All you
Thank
suckers
you,
in
Ben.
the past will have to wait another, 12 hours or so, something like
That just means I get 2 birthdays, so I'm more than okay with this.
There you go. All right. This week, we're going to catch up on the crypto and Upland market news. As always, we'll run through our co-host segments. We've got a few people away again, but we'll see how we go. We'll tackle some of the latest Upland topics, including Spark Week recap, MB Motor Sale recap. We'll have a look at this year's Genesis rings. There's another third-party game called the X, so we'll have a look into that. And we'll look ahead to Genesis Week, which is just around the corner. We'll also check back in with Rockdrigo from the Quailwood node. I believe he's going to jump in at some stage to see what the latest data shows for the next neighborhood collection to be spawned. Speaking of which, well, what the bloody hell happened to the Playa Del Ray collection? We'll dive face first into that too. So let's get into the breaking badly news and take a look at what's currently happening in the land of crypto and Upland market news. Now, I ran through these before. It's looking good and bad and boring all at the same time.
Can't see it yet. There
we go. You got it? No?
There we got it. Yes.
Hey. And of course it pops up now. I can't see a freaking thing. You'd think one day I'd get that organized, but not today. Global crypto market cap, we're still over 1.1 trillion. Looking pretty healthy, actually. 1.7% boost up. Bitcoin dominance still stuck on 46.4%, which is interesting. It's kind of welded to that spot. I'm stuck on a feeling. Oh, it's gonna make myself cough. In the actual coinage, we've got pretty healthy across the board. Bitcoin's up 1.6%, 27,646. Ethereum's flirting with $1,900. Wax and Engine have taken a little dip down, not much happening there. Ripple has a big jump, 12.1% up. Wonder if that's to do. Remember, we covered all the legal stuff they were going through. We covered all that on the 103 show. Maybe there's some news come through about that. Not on my radar just of yet. We'll check that out on the 103 show. Speaking of which, thank you to the Goldsmith who filled in for me last week as I was sick as a dog. Solana 4.7% up to over $21. EOS is kind of crawling its way back to that dollar mark. See what happens there.
They're doing it. They're getting there.
Yeah, they're getting there. Polygon and Cardano, little boosts, and then Tron Flow, Avalanche, Shiba Inu, and Gala are all down in the 2.1 to 2.5% range.
I thought you said shitty Inu.
Yeah, well.
I know. shitty Inu.
You
I
are what
love
you
it.
eat, apparently.
Yeah,
Something like that. Yeah, before we kicked off, she's eating strawberry saying, oh my God, I think I'm having a reaction. My lips are turning red. Yes.
There's no dye in here.
No. Oh, and speaking of which, by request, I've switched to gallery view, which I call, what did I call it? The cracked out Brady Bunch view.
I love it. I love our crackhead family here.
There we go. All right.
The crackhead bunch.
Fairly accurate some days. Upland stats were down on the 90-day average trading volumes. That's interesting. 2.3% down. And also the wallets. Look at the wallets. Unique active wallets up 17.2%. And we've got the devil's number almost. We're up to 68,680 unique active wallets this week. Up from 56,900 last week.
Wow, 68.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I love it.
The devil's number for me.
The devil's number.
Why we've had that boost? That's only in the last week.
Genesis week is coming up, bro.
Yeah. Or is this people getting the message about collect your earnings, or they're gone skis? Maybe a bit of both. We'll have to wait and see. And what do we got? Unminted properties. We had just under 5,000 properties minted through the week, which is that's pretty healthy. So here we go. In city news.
Lots of selling.
Lots of selling. We're red in San Francisco on both USD and UPEX. We're down to $10. I've been buying San Francisco's in the sometimes as if you keep an eye on it, sometimes as low as 19K, and then depends on what the floor is when I go to flip it. Sometimes $9.99.
Wow, really? Oh, you sell it for 10. Oh, I got it.
Yeah, so it's interesting. I haven't been looking at the stats. Like I just look at the floor. I'm buying the cheapest UPX one and selling it for the cheapest price on the USD one. So I haven't really been looking at the stats and I've been doing this for a month now. And there was one property there where I was like, wait a minute, I think I've seen this one before. And I went to UPX land and looked at the transaction data. I think I've bought and sold that same property like 5 times in the last month.
Wow. Don't go to jail.
Well, how could you? I mean, and it does look coordinated. Like some old mate selling it for UPX and I buy it and sell it for USD, and he buys it back for UPX and I sell it for USD and he buys it back. So it does look coordinated, but all we're doing is we're buying and selling the floor.
Yeah, you're getting the money out of it. He's getting the UPEX out of it. So it's like a win-win situation.
Yeah, I mean, it's all within the game. So, I mean, if that gets flagged, it's supposed to, well, was a property trading game and we're trading properties. So who knows?
True that.
As I said, I think everybody's destined to wake up in jail at some point. So we'll wait and see.
I don't want to go to jail. No.
Manhattan is down under 70,000 on the UPX, but it's had a bit of a boost on the USD, which is interesting. Those stats that's looking healthy-ish. So you're getting 50% there. That's pretty good. Chicago is still getting hammered. Can't go lower than $3, and the UPX price is getting dropped. There's a whole bunch of people starting to flip out of their holdings there. I've had a look through, and there's some big names in the list of people trying to sell out of some of their holdings in Chicago. LA is also it's rapidly approaching that $3 floor price. Was just under $4 last week, just under $3.80 this week.
I just want to read Umbrella Boy's comment because it's relevant. Upland wins too because they get their 10% on each transaction. Yeah, I mean, if you get in trouble for that, it'd be very, very strange. But like I said, if somebody was to dive into just look at the data, it does look very suspect. I'm going to report you, Ben. Go for it. You wouldn't be the first person. You won't be the last. My shenanigan days are long gone. So bring it on. The Bronx getting smashed in the UPX, but it's actually had a bit of a bump on the USD. Not much there. Rio is just flat. Well, that's interesting to see. The UPX price in Rio has gone below 5,000. Santa Clara, what's happening there?
I was buying and selling Santa Clara because that's pretty healthy. The buy UPX price and flip for USD price, but Santa Clara and Rutherford, the numbers look good, but they just don't move. They don't sell very quickly. Sit there for 3, 4, 5 days easily. Where if you're flipping San Francisco, Manhattan, even London now, they pretty much get gobbled up straight away. So yes, so there is better margins out there in other cities, but as I said, you're going to sit on them for a while. Brooklyn is another city that's rapidly approaching that $3 mark. The floor price was just under $4 last week, $3.50 this week. Detroit is already at the floor and dropping on the UPX. Look at that, 4,500 UPX last week, down to 4,000 this week.
Jeez.
Dallas is also getting pumped. Was 12,499 last week, under 11,000 UPX this week. And Rutherford, whoa, look at that USD price. Was $18.98 last week, down under $15 this week. And same for London. Look at that. Ooh.
People are getting ready for Genesis week. That's what it is.
Yeah, I suppose that goes both ways, doesn't it? You want to sell UPX to buy some stuff for in Genesis week or for Genesis week, and you also want to pull out some USD. I imagine shrimp cocktails and the like aren't very cheap in Las Vegas.
Well, I mean, they took care of us last year when we had our whatchamacallit, meet and greet, and the next day for the lunch they gave us lunch and snacks and whatnot. So yeah.
What about like getting around the town, Ubers and all of the rest of it? That'd get pretty expensive, wouldn't it?
Well, I mean, if you're staying, we didn't stay at the hotel last year, which was not a smart idea, but this time we're staying in a hotel. The conference is going to be in a hotel, and they had like a shuttle to bring us to the Area 15 place for the event last time. So we came late though. We were late, so we took our own Uber in.
Yes. I'll bite my tongue. Yes. All right, we'll move on. So what else has been happening in Upland this week, Cheese? Can you give us a bit of a general overview?
Well, they got these expensive ass rings.
Oh yeah.
My God. Oh wait, Uplando's here. Where is he? Uplando.
That I am.
Yay! Uplando, take it away.
You were doing so well. I thought, hey.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Yeah. So for things in Upland, yes, if you haven't experienced Upland, this is your first year in Upland and you haven't had a Genesis Week experience, this is your time. You can do so both live in person in wonderful Las Vegas, or you can do that digitally here as well. There will be events on both sides. So this will be good. It's so much to try and surmise what's going on. But to give everyone a broad brushstroke of this, it is the inaugural celebration of the opening of Upland to the masses. And so that's what Genesis is. And it's during that week in which Upland began. So this is celebrating all that we are as Uplanders and doing all the tasks and the things and the stuff and the buying and the stuff and the buying and the stuff and the buying. And so I think what Upland has learned from this and what is a little bit of front and center is the way they're structuring Genesis Week. There's partners now. You're seeing projects like the X and other types of projects that are coming in. Some are suited for the hackathon. Others are suited for a business-to-business relationship with Upland. But what that really spells, including special guests from Gala and secret guests and performers and all the other things, it definitely looks to be worth the price of admission. And for going, it is a great opportunity to network. There will be many, many Uplanders that are, in many different projects, from nodes to utility-based projects, decor, and map assets, and whatever the new name is for things this week. And I'll leave some things because I know that Dak probably has some updates on the vehicles and whatnot. if he's going to pop in. But I did see that they're making progress on the carts and things of this nature. So this will be really good. It'll be a lot of fun, packed in everything. As you saw, the yearly, I think this is going to be a yearly, the rings that are on sale. Yes, the sticker shock is real. It is there. What does it do?
Ring to rule them all.
Yeah. Do you get this? And then people at Genesis Week, they bow down to you and kiss the ring. What happens? What goes on? I don't know. We'll have to see. Look, all of this we hope would have some. It's a bit of flex, in my opinion, but also hopefully there will be utility and people will bring in more than just the asset that is the block explorer, the image, so forth and so on. So this is what we're looking at. Cheese, was there something else specific? I don't want to go on too much, but was there something else you want me to highlight on? Because there is absolutely a lot to cover.
Well, I just wanted to say real quickly, like people were complaining that the cars didn't sell out in one day. There's no more cars. Like they went on for sale yesterday and they're sold out. Like for me, that's pretty damn good.
Yeah, it's it's amazing. Actually.
Are people running out of things to complain about? Is that what it is, Orlando?
And that could be a good thing, right? When you're with the fantasy world problems, the metaverse world problems. What I see this is there is so many things to spread around. They have long said your interests may only be in one lane or one avenue of Upland, and that could just be vehicles. It could be the assets, could be creating structures. Everything doing all things to all people at all times is a tall order. And so I would encourage people to really find what they have a real interest in and a skill set at doing, and then produce that and do it very well. Then partner and work with everybody. I think that's the big takeaway for Genesis, at least, is the marketing part of it. You're going to get a couple days and you're going to be dizzy. Every time you turn around, I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you. Hey, over there, over here. So that's going to be the big part of it. In terms of the sales and these assets that are going on, it will not slow, and there will be more things that will take your attention. So grab a vehicle, and if you've got one for race and one for tooling around, that's great. You don't need to have 10 of everything, but if you can, good on you. So yes, I think things will slow and more interest will be divided, and we'll see people get into their lane. What else, Cheese, that you
showed me something yesterday that was being manufactured in the factory that looked really cool. Yeah,
I saw this. Ricey is one of the players that keeps his eyes on a lot of data that passes through and across the blockchain. And he came up with and showed this to me. So credit to Ricey. They are manufacturing carts. As I understand it, there's not for sale yet. As the goldsmith instructed me, he felt that from his information, these carts were going to be available. And that might be in multiple different types of offerings. This could be that you can purchase these. These could be that they're giving these away. There's going to be contests, events at Upland. Maybe you have to bob for apples, come up with an apple, you get a card. I don't know. It should be interesting, or bob for llamas. I don't know. So,
yuck.
That's what that is. So what else you got, Cheese? What else did you see?
I don't know. What do you got, Orlando?
Well, I've seen a lot with the racing. I know that speedways. I want to touch on this really quickly because this has become a hot topic. Mm-hmm. And I understand frustration. If you're frustrated, if you're upset, and you want to let the expletive flies, the UDU over here is the place to do it at MBE and other assorted places. You can let the language go. But joking aside, if you've applied for a speedway, if you've applied for a MetaVenture and you haven't heard anything, I feel your pain. Okay, I understand. Speedway specifically. If you did not read fully over and over 3 times the requirements to submit for a MetaVenture specifically on these speedways, and you miss one little thing, the word that comes back in your email that's the most upsetting word is rejected. Okay, it's not the best word to feel. When you get that rejection, when it says rejected, that word is such a strong, and it, because it elicits this feeling. Don't be discouraged. I know that that's like telling somebody to be calm, when they're just be calm, it'll be fine. But when you see the rejected word, there's a couple different things here. Sometimes they get it wrong. And you may be rejected on your name of your track is too many characters long. The track that you had your start and finish line has a structure on it, or you weren't supposed to have the structure. You got a structure for sale, or a piece of land for sale that's on your start and finish area.
And sometimes, because I got rejected twice, they reject you for no reason or the wrong reason. My speedway was rejected for the right reason, because I submitted two. The first one was too long, and then I submitted the right one. I let Upland know. They rejected it. I replied back with help from a CM on what to write. A month later, they got back to me and said, thank you, they're looking into it now. Okay, a month, bad, but the CMs are there to help. The second one was the factory, which was rejected because they said I had it on sale, which I never put it on sale ever. That one, I responded back with the help of a CM. I didn't hear anything back yet, but I'm hopeful.
Don't forget to tell everyone. So, like, a lot of people don't know the story, the drama you went through with having the same name. That was ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. So one of the reasons was it was on sale, which it wasn't. And then another one is said you can't have the same name as your showroom for your factory.
Yeah. So, like, the original Samurai Aquatics showroom is called Samurai Aquatics and Decor. The original Samurai Aquatics factory is called Samurai Aquatics and Decor. So there is precedent there that can be the exact same name, but they told Cheese, well, yours is rejected because it's the same name. Well,
yeah.
Hang on a minute. So basically what they're saying is you'd have to call it Samurai Aquatics and Decor Bronx Showroom, Samurai Aquatics and Decor Bronx Factory. And it's just got to the point of ridiculousness. So did anything come from that?
Not from the factory, not yet, but when they were able to, because I think CMs are locked out for Genesis Week, but when they were able to, they can actually check on the status, like whether it's in the rejected pile, whether it's in the I'll look into it pile. She looked at it after I sent the email, the reply, and it was taken out of the rejected pile. And I guess maybe I'll wait another month and see if I'm approved. But yes. The fact of the matter is I didn't go on Twitter and start screaming and shouting. I didn't go in Upland General and start screaming and shouting.
Because you've got
a venting buddy. Partner. Yes, Ben is my venting buddy.
Everybody needs a venting partner. The Cheese has come up with this concept. That's what you need. Get yourself a venting partner. Even if you got to draw a Wilson on a ball and vent to Wilson.
I love
it's a great point to be made, and you're making these points, and Cheese is giving you a real world example of how this occurred. And this is the key. Yes, if show your frustration, get a venting buddy and get it out, and then start working with each other to get the approach to Upland, because you track more with honey than you do vinegar. That whole thing is real. When you submit this, it's not rejected, go away, you're gone forever. They drop you off into the zone of nowhere. They are going through a lot. And I'm not trying to stick up for Upland and say all wrongs can be righted, just try again. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is there is a path. If you've been rejected for something, work with a senior member of Upland. Go into your networking. Look for people who have had some seasoned veteran time in the game of Upland, and let them help you to go to the path to get that rejection turned into a back-end processing, because that's what you want, and learn from each other. So you can keep some things held tight to the vest, but other things, we're here as a community. It's a great community. That's the way things should move forward. So for speedways, look, I know, believe me, I know that this is very highly anticipated and people very much want this meta venture. And I'm telling you right now, there will be a tears and there will be a beers. So it's probably going to be as the first Meta Ventures were done, probably in the number of 10 to maybe 20 speedways at max. I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm just putting it out there. It's a guess. Don't be discouraged. There'll be first wave, second wave, third wave, and on and on. Before you know it, it'll be like quick trips and all over the place. 7-Elevens. There'll be one on every corner. So that's that for the speedway. Some of the Meta Ventures, things that are going on in Upland. Again, focus on what's most interesting to you and follow that path. Find somebody in your node that you're with or another organization, get them vetted, get some references, go to work and start creating something. And then if that's it for the Upland part, I will kind of throw down just a little bit more on 2023 Genesis cheese. Is that good?
Can I just interject a second? We've got
Please.
Caesar in chat has, just because it's relevant to what we're talking about, Caesar has asked, would you agree if I say that applying for a MetaVenture shop is like reporting yourself for a scam scan? I mean, support must check users' transaction history to avoid letting them open a shop and then being jailed for transactions made in the past. I mean, at this stage, I think the whole MetaVenture application approval process is a complete mystery. We have some people now running 4 or 5 MetaVentures, and some people have applied for every single opportunity and haven't got a single one. So,
I'll tell you what, it's that that process. That is the one thing that they know is a pain point right now. They know it's something that the spotlight is on, and how the transparency is not so transparent. And they've got some pre-application screeners, and then there's application screeners, and then there's application approval process. That is still getting worked out. And for everyone that is going to be there who is seasoned in this and has went through the trials and tribulations, like a Morecheese, like an Uplando, like others who have done this, there will be a very soft and gentle come to the good Lord and let's have a round table meeting and let's figure this out, and let's help them so that they don't feel overwhelmed, but also can streamline this process and have the experience be better. And I know what you, cheese. I wanted to come. So sorry. I wanted to comment on a couple. So Happy MF said, got a block explorer shop, and now it's like, hey, not very much traction. At different times, because of the different utility that's being brought in, you will see your MetaVenture take spikes and up and down. The same to be said for the other types of MetaVentures that you see that, the MetaVenturist may be suspect, and they may not be looking as deep and as hard at those, and they're approving. You're like, what? That cat spent, time in the Hooskow. He was in jail, for Pete's sakes. How are they running a MetaVenture? I will say this. We have seen MetaVenture owners go to the slam, and that MetaVenture is not active. So I have seen this before. Your MetaVenture can close for reasons such as not paying dues and doing no things on the black market. So that will definitely be something that is highlighted upon as well. So hang in there, people. I don't know if there's any other questions. Ben, if you see something through there that I can highlight on, but hang in there, people.
Well, we know you're a busy man, and I believe you wanted to speak about the Uplandia situation. You might as well just get straight into that if you wanted to.
Yeah, so, and everybody knows, so or the people that don't know, I should say, I did take some time off to focus on some things. This one kind of jumped priority up on my list. Yes, Uplandia is a text-based RPG that is in beta right now over in the Discord. Link will be dropped in the chat there. It is up for the hackathon. We have a very clear, direct vision of what we're doing. However, I will say this, and being there last year at Genesis, where the knives aren't out. I'm not trying to, sabotage Musita or whoever's in, my tract. What I am wanting to do is show the solidarity between all of us, and that is real. It's very true. I love the fact that we have this kind of quality of the competition in the hackathon. So if you haven't checked it out, please do. We are looking for help. So we are bringing people on board in Uplandia in the Discord. We're looking for creators. we have a partner program. So you might want to check that out if you've got a note or a settlement or something special and you want to see it show up in the Uplandia realm. Please direct message me and we'll do everything that we can to help get your project shown in Uplandia. So, and if you guys need anything, I am a moderator in Upland, and again, there is no favoritism. I am here as a servant to help, to guide the traffic cop to make sure people get to where they're going. I'll help as much as I can, and I will see you all in Vegas. There
Awesome.
you go.
Thank you for that, mate.
Oh, yeah. People were waiting to hear that from you.
Yeah, continue on. I'll let it go from there. Go ahead.
No, so I was just going to say, Shelter Groups asked in chat, thanks for covering that. Can you talk about the confusion about 90-degree turns or lines in the track designs for the racing meta ventures? I've heard people raise concerns about the submissions as a result of not being sure about what they really meant. We've covered this a few times. I was in the same boat. I submitted the track for Midtown Terrace, and then about 30 minutes after I submitted that, X1 and Upland released the video where they said they have to be soft corners. So I asked in the UCN channel at the time, and he said, no, don't worry, we'll fix it up on the back end. So it shouldn't be a problem. It just means extra work for them.
Go ahead. I'm so sorry.
I was going to say, you asked in the UCN channel, and they said what?
They said
you froze.
Oh, sorry. They said that they'll fix that up themselves on the back end.
All right.
Yeah. Because it was a bit frustrating that they put the submissions out and then, hours or whatever it is later, they say, oh, by the way, you need to do X. And everyone's like, well, what the hell? Why didn't you tell us that in the front end? Well, we had a big whine about that 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Don't they have an acute angle in the Chicago racetrack and Portage
and it
Park?
looks janky as hell. Yeah.
It's the problem. That's the issue. So the reason they're trying to do that is because of the mechanic, the game, and how it interprets turning corners. When you have those 90-degree, you see what happens, and that affected races. It all of a sudden just, transports people further on in the track. They cover a large portion of ground, and it can mess up the actual race. So what they're saying is, even if you're at a 90-degree angle in your map, when you go to draw your map, draw it with that angle that's not 90 degrees. Make it a more rounded corner so that the actual digital mathematics that's going on in the background takes that corner in a nice rounded shape. They will be fixing this. You will have an opportunity, as I said. Your track is a submission. It may not be the final track that gets approved, and they will work with you to make sure. So hang in there, people.
The frustration was that they gave us that information after submissions had been already open. Like, come on, you need to do better than that.
Agreed. Thank you all, and I will again have a good time. If you guys need anything, direct message me. It was so great to be here. Carry away.
What do you got going on here, Chase?
Well, I got Musita is in, and I was just wondering if you wanted to say, a few words about his hackathon submission.
Okay. Hello.
Hey.
Can you hear me? Yes, right. Yeah, this is also opportunity to train my English because I have to explain everything there in the stadium. Oh gosh. But man, it's awesome. I didn't expect that. Our project is called Lands Battle. I don't know if you guys ever played. I think the name in US is Top Trump. It's a card game. It works like that. All your properties are gonna be cards in this game, and you have to build a deck with 30 cards, and you can create a match. So you're gonna battle with a friend or anyone. So each round we choose an attribute of your card. We know the game chooses an attribute, and it says like the attributes are mid price, last price, up to size, and buildings. So the game is gonna choose one of them and gonna say, oh, the next round is the winner is gonna be the one that has the lowest mint price. So we turn the card, the top card. We don't know which one is that. We turn them, and the one with the lowest mint price is gonna win the round. So it can be the highest mint price, the lowest mint price, the highest up to, the lowest up to. So small profits are valuable, big profits, lower value profits. Everything is counts on this game.
That's
Also,
cool.
the buildings are gonna be compared, and collections give you bonus. You can add 3 cards of each type of collection, and if they come in a row, each time they come in a row, you receive bonus. Like if in this round you receive a hair puppet, in the next round another hair puppets appear, so you're gonna have bonus in this round. So the strategy is build a very diverse deck of cards. So you have to have small profits, big profits, value profits, not that value profits, buildings, collections, and your home address is your most valuable card. It has bonus in all the attributes. So and the mets are going to be stored in your store, so you can watch every one of them and track where your weakness is. It's mint, is it up to, you have to change your deck, and that's it. You pay for a match, you pay for create a match or join a match, and the winner gets 80% of the pot.
All right, that sounds really cool. Like, I got a question. So there's 3 really awesome contestants for this. If per se it doesn't go through, are you still going to go through with it? Because I would love to see something like that.
It's
Even-
almost ready to go.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
And it's
We are trying to get the alpha tests as soon as possible. Beta test, not alpha test, beta test. So it's almost done, but we have a lot of things to do after that. For example, challenges. This month we have a rank of, you can be the first one, second. So we're gonna beat your friends, and we can have like monthly challenges and stuff like that. I think we're gonna put a lot of different stuffs in this game to add more values. Like you want to add also ornaments, so bring value to everything we have in the properties and put in the game. So
sounds interesting to add some utility to the property trading cards, like the back of the cards. It's one of those things that we haven't really seen anybody do anything with those yet, so that's cool.
Yes, and yeah, the first time that I'm seeing that small properties are very, very valuable for you, because if they are really small, you are gonna win a lot of rounds with this property. It's amazing.
Oh, all right. Well, we look forward to hearing some more information about that, and good luck. You've got a few things going on in Genesis Week. Then, are you are heading there this year again?
Yes.
Oh, you're going to be a busy man.
Nice.
I'm gonna be there. Yeah, and you, Ben?
No, I'm not.
It's far, right?
I'm not going to be
far. You have to go all around the globe.
And Shaq has just asked, what's the name of that project?
Lands Battle.
Lands Battle.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
So we got so many freaking good contestants. I want all of them to win.
Yes, absolutely. Well, we've got the 3 players of the year nominees in the chat too, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's true. Oh my God, that's true.
Yes. All of them.
Now tell me, is this true? Didn't I heard you mention with Goldsmith that they are going to tell the people who win ahead of time that they won? Is that true?
That's what Goldsmith said.
Because if that's true, that sucks all of the hairy, you know what's.
But they kind of have to if they're going to.
No, that sucks. Because what that tells the people who are nominated who don't get an email, you lose.
I didn't get an email yet.
Yeah, so That's if that is the case, that sucks.
I would say that's
sucks.
rumor. I would say that.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
hope
and you know
so.
what? I will commit to that with Musita if he wants to go on board. With I think Jacques is there as well with us in our tract, and we'll stand strong and let you guys know because we want it to be fair too. Yeah, Musita's.
And I just want to let Upland know if they're watching, that wasn't me that said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, pin that on Goldsmith. Pin that
That
all
was
on Goldsmith.
totally Goldsmith.
He's not in the chat at the moment, so yeah, all right. Shaq has asked, is there going to be a vote? People keep asking me where to vote. No, that's people voted for the nominees, and I believe from those they've as far as I know, they've never made that public. They just pick who wins.
Sorry, buddy. There will be as last year, there is the player popular vote. So what they like best of the different tracts that are up for the meta, but that will not count towards whom actually wins. It's generally the teams and then special guests. Last year it was NFLPA players and then C title or main people in Upland that were doing the decision making for it.
That's for the hackathon and whatnot.
That's right.
Yeah, but for Player of the Year, that's chosen purely by Upland, as far as I'm aware, and Broadcaster of the Year, and what's the other one?
Player. Go ahead.
Designer.
Yeah. As far as I'm aware, if that's going to be the same as last year, it's just they choose.
I think it's the amount of votes.
Yeah, but they don't make it public, so it's.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. All right, we're running long here. TB, are you still there? Have you hung in all this time?
I sure have. You got me thinking as well, because I can relate to a few of those things.
Yes.
I'm on the same situation as you with the racetrack venture. So I'm sort of keeping. I haven't heard anything about mine, but I'm keeping my ear to the ground on that one for sure, because I definitely had a few 90-degree or more turns in that.
Yeah, same.
But yeah, I'm also one of those lucky ones, or unlucky, depending on how you look at it, who's trying to manage 3 meta ventures now, but still not really making anything.
Oh, you poor guy.
So there's pros and cons for everyone who's listening. Yeah, as I said before, if anyone wants any detail on meta ventures and how it works behind the scenes, always more than happy to answer any questions on that. On to my part, though, for the legit side of things, NFLPA has seen a big spike this week. I'm not sure, I haven't seen where the transactions have happened, but there's been a lot of them in the last couple of days. So I don't know what's actually caused that. I haven't seen anything big on the cards, but maybe somebody knows something I don't. So
well, we did
anyone's got any.
We had a spike in the unique active wallet, so maybe it's just people coming back into the game and getting reinvigorated with things.
Yeah, I mean, that would be great. That's the ideal reason behind that. I'd be more than happy to hear that was the case.
Oh, he's fallen off the cliff.
It would have gotten lower and lower.
Not much movement on the FIFA side of it.
Right.
Sorry, I'm not allowed to call it that anymore. But yeah, that's still one of the more popular movers. I can't speak much to the pricing on that side of things. You might be able to say more about that than me.
You dropped out there for a second, mate. What were you just mentioning?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just saying that the outdoor decor side of things, not that I'm allowed to call it that anymore. But that's a pretty sort of popular mover as well. I can't speak much to the pricing on it, but the number of trades is certainly looking reasonably healthy. Did you get my stuff about FIFA?
No, not yet. It didn't come through.
Well, the good news. I'm sorry. Well, the good news is there isn't much to report. It's been super quiet on the FIFA front. There's been no movement in my store this week at all. So NFLPA for the win this week. On the structural elements, I've had a couple of those shift. Halloween stuff. People have been buying up Halloween stuff from my structure.
Oh, okay.
Store this week. Although overall across Upland, yeah, I don't know. The weird ones. But somebody wants them, so.
Well, it makes sense. Like
And
Yeah.
then
This is like
cars.
Creedmoor and them to start stocking up before you get too close to Halloween, and all the prices are going to spike. So it would make sense.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. I haven't sold anything Genesis wise, interestingly enough. I thought maybe people would be picking up some of last year's Genesis ones.
A freaking D-Tech.
It's going to give himself.
This is
a
why I
tumor.
like gallery view, because look at him.
Oh man, I'm missing out. I can't see anything. Right.
Oh, D-Tech, come back.
All right. And what do you got on cars? So sorry, I missed that bit, TB.
Sorry, I can't see any of the screens, sadly. I feel like I'm missing out now. On the car side of things, there's been very little movement through the car showrooms this last week or so. I guess, the market is becoming increasingly flooded with them, and I'm hoping it's not going to be too long until we see a bit more use for them coming through. But with more and more coming onto the market, I think people are holding out to buy stuff directly from Upland rather than paying a premium for it from the showrooms, which I can totally understand. USD side of those, though, if anyone's looking for USD ones, they are definitely dropping down. I don't sell in USD through my showroom, but other ones around the Metaverse definitely do, and there's some good deals to be had there.
I'm getting some. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, let
I'm
him
getting
finish,
some
and then we'll go
breaking
to the
news.
breaking news. We'll let him wrap up.
It's all right. I'm seeing it coming through on mine as well, so it's probably way more interesting than anything I've got to say.
No, you're interesting, man.
Take it
Especially
away.
with the cars and stuff. Breaking news. Uplando, take it away.
Oh my
Is
god,
he
I like
still
that.
here?
I was like, geez, it's
Jesus.
Berlin, people. Berlin is coming. They did a lot of very fun bait and switch with us on kind of feeding us some images of Paris and other areas, maybe thinking it was going to be Miami. But here it is, people. This is going to be your minting city, the city that's going to be opening. It is Berlin. We know that Dirk is Germany native, as I understand it. I believe so. So we're going to get terminals. The tier is what I'm looking for.
Yeah,
Tier 3.
Wow.
Tier 3.
Why?
We
Tier
did
3.
see we covered Dirk's trip around Germany on the One and Chi show. He was there doing all sorts of soccer tours and stuff, football tours.
Yeah.
I wonder if this has come out of that. Yeah, tier 3. Ouch.
That's weird. Yeah.
Hey, and there's a neighborhood called, if I'm saying it right, if it's Wedding, is that called Wedding in there? So if somebody wanted to have their first wedding in Upland, there you go. There's your node. There you are.
Nice. 19.
This looks very interesting. This will be what you're minting when you're live, and what we're minting. Continue on, Ben.
No, you're right.
I think this is pretty good. I think there's going to be a lot of interest in this, a lot of speculation going in. This goes right on to tag on to Morecheese's point that people are saying vehicles aren't selling out in 10 minutes. What's going on? Look, there's a lot. We just had London, tier 1. We've got another city coming in. There's more assets. There are things. You're not going to be able to have all and everything. So you may start to hone in on the thing that you do best and that is best for you, because you are going to start to have to make some choices. What fork in the road do you take? This is very interesting. It'll be interesting to see how they do these neighborhoods. There's a lot of launch neighborhoods, terminal sales. So very good. Carry on.
I got a question.
Yeah.
All right. So since it's going to be Berlin and Germany, are they going to have like those S&M shops there? Because I know Germany's freaky deaky. We could, instead of cafes.
Cheese is trying to get canceled. Cheese is trying to get canceled.
How? Is Germany though?
Yes, we do have 8 launch neighborhoods. Take it away, Cheese. Read those out for us.
Alexanderplatz, Brunenster Süd, Gessenbrunnen, Hansa Viertel, Moabit.
This next one's a doozy.
Regierungsviertel.
Oh my god.
Tiergarten and Wedding.
Wedding, yes.
Wedding.
We apologize to the Germans.
Should I read
Clawing
out?
their ears out.
Yeah, discourse and Michael, go for it.
I'm sorry.
It's Alexanderplatz.
I said that.
Brunnenstraße Süd, Brunnenstraße Süd, Gesundbrunnen, Hansaviertel, Morbid, Regierungsviertel, Tiergarten und Wedding.
I said just that. That was
Sounded exactly the same.
I just found my Berlin minting buddy by Edit. Don't know.
Yeah. Yes.
That sounded amazing.
Yes.
Do it again. Do it again.
do it again.
Thank
Did
you,
you hear
Michael.
how
I'll
he said wedding?
behave.
Wedding sounded so cool.
Yes.
Vending. They say
Vending.
their W's like V's, the same as my husband because he's from Finland. So whenever he
love it.
says the word very, he says worry. It's so cutesy.
Yes, that's nice. Yes, well, that's cool. Breaking news. I'm not. Well, I know we don't have Joe and Rob in this week. I haven't seen Dak in. Are you there, Dak? I don't see in the list. I don't believe.
No. Yeah.
I don't
he
believe so.
didn't.
All right. Well, we do have a special guest in again this week. We have Rockdrigo from the Quailwood node in Bakersfield, and he's going to get us up to speed with the latest data for neighborhood collection spawns. And as I said, Playa Del Ray. What's going on
Yeah.
there? What's going on?
It's getting very, very interesting how they are getting to fight. Oh, sorry, let me share this screen first.
Yep, go from it.
Dun, 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 dun. Desktop one, yeah, sure. You can see it now, right?
Yep, good to go.
Oh.
All right, so yeah, let me get this here. So yeah, Chelsea made 1 point today. Howard Beach made 7 points today, but they are now 50 points away. So I believe that even though Howard Beach got quite a lot of points from the 6th of May, they won't be able to get it this month. But basically for the next month, there is no real competition over here. Red Hook just overtook Midtown Terrace, but I know Midtown Terrace is not doing much, and Red Hook has been trying to keep going there. And we have Bronxdale now in the top 20s.
Hey.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rodrigo.
Yeah, for sure. Quailwood is also getting a little bit of growth now, but South of Market is coming back up from San Francisco. And there's talks about what is going to happen after Chelsea's Aurea Spawn collection and what is Manhattan going to do. So they are trying to decide which is going to be the next Manhattan hood that they will try to push. Yeah, and they're talking about Hell's Kitchen or probably West something. And downtown is getting all the way down. They are losing downtown Los Angeles. Yeah, there's a big fight going on over here with Portage Park, Sherwood Forest, Quailwood, South of Market, and Hell's Kitchen. We're all trying to get to this spot. Yeah, so it's going to be pretty interesting how next month we're going to start growing. I've also created a weekly one so that we can start seeing how it works on a weekly basis, because getting it daily is getting a bit cumbersome probably. But for example, here I selected the Bronx to see all the hoods that are getting a rating, but we can play with the filters here and we can start checking, for example, what happened exactly with Mount Eden. So they had a big fall, but they have been trying to recover, and they're trying to get there at some point. And yeah, you can play with all these filters. And I've also created this one. This one basically shows all the hoods that from each city that are in the top 100. So we can see that San Francisco has the most, followed by Manhattan, Queens, then Los Angeles, then Chicago, then Detroit, Rio de Janeiro, Kansas is over here, Las Vegas is here, we're here all the way. We only have 3 in Bakersfield. So we can see how many collection hoods are trying to, how many hoods are trying to get collection status from the top 100 by city. So it's quite interesting to see as well.
Yeah, that's very cool.
This is awesome. Yeah,
Now,
I love this.
How can people get to view this and play around with this data?
Yeah, basically I am tweeting it with Quailwood at Quailwood Upland, and I'm putting it in most of some of the servers, as well as the Manhattan server in Upland. And they can access as well by a link that I'm sending every time so that they can play. Let me find it here. I just have a couple of things. So yeah, I have a public Tableau profile. If you try to search for Tableau Public by Rodrigo, you will be able to find this chart. You will see, how do I see all my charts here? Oh yeah, I click on my name. So yeah, try to get here and you will be able to see this one. I was trying to create a map for to fly and see where we could go, but it started to turn cumbersome with all the other
Connections and whatnot. Yeah.
cities. Yeah, but you could also filter here. So if you wanted only to travel from the USA, you could get only the USA. So you can check where would you be going. But yeah, you can see it in my Tableau public dashboard. You can get to the Upland neighborhood ratings and start playing with all the different charts that I'm trying to put. If you have any idea of another chart, I'd love to find out.
All right. And if anybody has any questions for Rodrigo,
yeah, please do
have
at
at it.
Rockdrigo in Discord.
Nice.
I can't see in the
That's
chat,
awesome.
Cheese. Is there any questions popped up in chat? Or any comments?
No, but a lot of compliments.
Yeah, that's
All
awesome
right,
stuff.
thanks for that.
Yes, very much appreciate you taking some time out to get in. Do you have any thoughts, speculations? Anybody want to chime in? What the hell's going on with Playa Del Ray? What could possibly be the holdup? They can put new city collections out at will. Why are we waiting a month?
I believe from my side that they need a base to start the next race on the spawn collections to get to the next level, because only one cannot fight by itself. So I think that they would need at least 2 or 3 to start that going.
So you think they're possibly going to wait until Chelsea also secures before they were going to release Playa Del Ray? I mean, that's for if that is the case, why wouldn't they just tell us that? Just
yeah,
tell
definitely.
Us. Yeah, I don't know. Anybody else want to chime in? What's your thoughts? Or why are we waiting a month for neighborhood collections to be spawned? Yeah, nobody knows.
Maybe I don't know, maybe they're really busy with Genesis Week, but like they could say like we're gonna do it, but you know, we just need a few. Yeah, they should be more.
They've had 3 years to prepare for neighborhood collections. And here we are. We're good to go. Pull your finger out, Upland.
No.
Get some.
The other
priorities.
pieces that I was just going to add, it says in the announcement when Playa was made a collection that it would be in a few days. So the idea that they're waiting 2 to 3 months didn't seem to hold based on their announcement itself.
Yeah, it doesn't make much sense at all. Rock, can you just jump out of share screen, please?
For sure, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's a mystery. I don't know. Anybody else got any comments? No. I don't know. I hope that is the case, that they are just waiting for the next one to be spawned and then they'll both come online quickly. But again, it means, come on, just let us know this information. Doesn't take that much. Doesn't take that much.
We all want instant gratification. I'm sorry.
It's not instant though. This is 3 years.
Gimme.
Yeah.
Not instant gratification.
And 2 years and a half in, they give us the rules and shadowy rules.
Yeah. I mean, if it was like Playa Del Ray was announced and then 2 days later we're saying, come on, where is it? Where is it? Sure, that would be a bit dumb, but yeah, almost a month later and it's just absolute crickets. You know, no updates at all. It's pretty sucky. All right, we're going to go over and touch on a few things. Now, last week when we mentioned Spark sales, nobody was real interested about Spark Week. And I did see that the Spark, it hung there for even longer this time around. I don't know. Cheese, did you gobble any up?
No, not yet. I'm accumulating.
Accumulating, yeah.
I'd rather get the whole, like a whole spark for the cheaper price.
Yeah, and that's quite a commitment, that one. So, yes, no, there's not much excitement about Spark Week these days, unfortunately. MB Motor Sale, we touched on that a little bit. We did see that they did stick around for quite a long time, which was a bit unprecedented. Speaking from my own personal point of view, I didn't even register for these ones. And I did get several DMs on while the sale was going on, say, hey, I'm in the list. Do you want to buy this? As some people were only putting a 20,000 UPEX premium on top of the mint price. And they were getting to the point where they're spamming everybody in DMs. I'm like, no, I got no interest. And then on the back end, once a few were sold, I got a bunch of DMs asking, do you want to buy this? And even some of the UK trim ones and that, I just end up saying, I've got every car that I could possibly think of, kind of going back to what Uplander was talking about. I've got my race car, I've got my drive around town car, I've got my vans. Now I'm just waiting to be able to actually properly use them. So, yeah, I don't know. Cheese, did you register? Did you even think about buying one?
No, I didn't register. I'm saving up. Because like Genesis Week.
Yeah, I know back in chat, Elijah said he managed to mint 2 up. Was there any, if you're there, Elijah, was there any particular reason you grabbed them? Was this your first opportunity or? Might not be available. Happy, I bought one, didn't have, because you didn't have a series 2. Yep. Sorry, Elijah.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Can you hear me?
Yeah, mate.
What's going on? Yeah, I grabbed one series 1, the sky blue one. I had to have that one. That's the one that Morecheese drew the picture of me on the NFT. And
true,
it's the exact same series 1 from the NFT she made. So I've been wanting that for a while. And I woke up the next day and there was a silver series 1 available to be minted. So I said, if they're gonna put damage on these cars, I may as well get 2 series 1s. If any event that after a while the car could eventually wear out and go away, I wouldn't want it to be the one that I like the most. So I got one primary car and a backup car, pretty much.
So one in the shop, one on the track.
Yep.
Something like that. All right. Now, was that the first opportunity you'd had to mint one? I know there's a lot of people still in that boat where they've registered for everything and hadn't been able to mint one.
No, I've been able to mint before. Not like this most recent sale though. I was able to actually get everything. Everything on the list, but I didn't, but I could have. The series 2s were lit up, everything was lit up. But I just grabbed 2 series 1s.
Yes. All right, well, that's a cool throwback to go back to the OG Morecheese NFT. That was pretty cool. Very good.
Hey Ben, this is Shelter Crew.
Hey mate.
How are you guys? I wanted to share a quick thing about Spark Week. Going back to that, this is the first Spark Week I competitively hunt, Ted, and I chose to go to Buenos Aires to try it. I'm thinking there'd be fewer people there, and the prices are cheaper to send to. And I have some collections I'm holding to collect, and etc. So I did, and I was able to, I think, go from like 2.78 or something like that, Spark to now 3.11, I want to say.
Nice.
Which most of that was with competitive treasure hunting, and that was a little bit of that was London prior to, which I was starting to get used to it. So I wanted to say probably I tried it because I figured there's fewer of the really competitive treasure hunters out there doing it these days than there have been. So I thought like maybe I would have greater odds of catching some Spark, and I did. I was able to get some 0.03s and 0.04 chests, and I noticed Elijah Judah was there in Buenos Aires too, and it really, you could just like set a 20-minute timer and kind of rotate, catching Spark almost, and it was pretty fun.
Well, that's good to hear. How much of, like, we have seen several of the MetaVenture applications now have a 5 Spark minimum. Was that much of a carrot? Is that something you're aiming towards, getting to that point so that you could possibly apply for these things?
Yeah, actually, maybe nothing. I don't have that much yet, but so I have 3. But yes, always getting more Spark. I think that is definitely one thing I've heard everybody say. even though it just keeps coming at us for free, or with some effort with treasure hunting, there's still so much value to it. It needs to be collected. And so yes for that, but I did apply for a racing metaventure, and I think that was just one, was the prereq. And then if I do another one like BEs or football or anything like that, I think it has to be a little bit more. I'm intrigued by manufacturing, so I do have to think like that.
Yeah.
So yes, to answer your question the long way.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, that's good to get that side of the story too. You know, sometimes we just gloss over things. So thank you very much for jumping in. Cheese, you look like you're going to chime in. No.
No, DTech is harassing me offline.
As per usual.
Look at
All right. Now we did have Upland. I did touch on the Genesis ring sale briefly, and I think it was Cheese mentioned that they look shit hot this year. Yeah, I think this is probably the best looking iteration that we've seen so far.
Yeah, those are awesome.
Pretty cool. Now we have there was some eyebrows raised at the prices. Like we've got 3 million for the one of one, the kind of orange fiery one, but don't forget that you get 3 million UPEX as well. So essentially you're just buying UPEX for that. I don't know who it was. Somebody in chat mentioned that, yeah, but only Abdullah's going to buy that. I think you'd be surprised if you go back. They don't always go to the big accounts. A lot of this is related to the luck of the draw. Like you have to register for these things, as far as I'm aware, if I can remember back. And that's a pretty big FOMO carrot. I'm kind of past that stage myself. If I was first in line, I'm just going to say, oh, that's cool, and I'm just going to get on with my day. But I don't know. What would you do, Cheese, if you got that? If you were first in line to get the 101, $3,000 for 3 million UPEX, fancy Genesis ring.
Maybe I would bite the bullet and DM Abdullah and say, hey, buddy, you know, if I get to keep the 3 million UPEX, I'll give you the ring.
Trouble is, if you sleep on that too long, the second in line is going to snavel it from under you.
Yeah, but like an hour before, right?
Yeah. True. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't need, like, if we can make a deal where, he buys the ring, I keep the UPEX, I wouldn't charge him anything more.
Yes. The other one's priced at 1 million or $1,000 for 1 million UPEX. 5 of those, the red ones, and then the frostbitten one, 400,000 UPEX, the blue one. At the end of the day, what is the point of these other than just a flashy show-off rare collector's item? What's the point?
Well, I mean, speculation, not financial advice, of course, but you could say maybe when racing comes out and you level up your block explorers, the more rare they are, the more chance they have of getting easier training or whatnot. Of course, that's just speculation, but one never knows. Or just showing off in a race, like, oh, look at, wow, he has the 1 of 1 Genesis ring. Wow, like you have an audience to see your block explorer when you're racing.
Yeah, some people are all about that showmanship. I go back to, remember way back in the day when they were selling, or even now they still like to, what do they call those ones that are like bulldozers or whatever? What are those ones called? The block explorers, the ones that we thought were going to be
transformers.
For mining and whatnot. Where's the utility for those?
They might still be.
This is year 4. We're in year 4, and we're still waiting for utility on things that were put out there 3-4 years ago. I mean,
well, Michael had that really cool idea for level 1 mining.
Yeah,
like that would have been terraformers. He went with Shaq on that, and they made a really cool video. That would have been cool if that got in. We'll never know.
Yeah, but again, that's something that Upland said was going to happen way back in the day. It was supposed to be spark mining and all this, that, and the other thing. I mean,
yeah,
I don't know. All I can speak from is my own very biased personal opinion. I am so far beyond chasing new things for sale. I've got no interest in buying new stuff. I want some utility for the bags and bags and bags of old stuff I've got.
Don't care how you want it now.
So, yes, this Genesis week is going to be very interesting, very telling, I would think.
Level 6 mining.
I agree completely, Ben, by the way.
And that's Puppet. How you going, mate?
Yeah, I agree completely. I feel like I just left the mall with all these bags I'm carrying. No, they got to move. This Genesis week, we got to get some morsels here. Like you guys said, I can't believe it's 4 years now, but we've got to be able to use our stuff for some things, you know.
Yes.
I'm going to be in Vegas. I'm optimistic. I'm going to be holding out. You know, Marty's going to be sitting in the audience, trying to keep his mouth closed, not yelling up at the grandstand there. But
You
yeah,
better. You better.
give us some rent. Let us drive our cars around. Just let us have some more fun than we're having. We'll do the rest. But that's all.
Yes. So you are going to be there with the puppets. That's going to be epic.
Yeah, the puppet's going to be walking around. He's going to be interviewing people, Ben. So he will be looking for you.
Well, he's going to look pretty hard. I'm not going to be there.
You'll be there,
Oh,
Ben.
that's right.
Your little pillow. Your little pillow will be there.
Oh, the pillow pen.
If somebody sees that little pillow and they can steal it and flush it down the toilet,
Wow! Wow, Ben! Wow!
I'll sling you some UpX on the back end.
Holy smokes!
Yes.
Don't you dare try to steal the
Marty.
pillow.
Do not do that with Marty, I repeat.
Well, Marty's a murderer, if you didn't know. So just be careful if you want to attack Marty. He bites back.
He sure
He
does.
goes karate.
Marty goes karate. There you go. There's the tackle. B. Ryan has said Genesis Week equals sell the news, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, it's how long can you chase shiny, shiny, shiny? I know my eyes have glossed over from shiny, shiny, shiny. I couldn't give a rat's about shiny, shiny, shiny. I mean, it interests me. I hope it brings more people in to get all of this cool stuff. But yeah, for myself personally, I'm kind of so far beyond that point.
Marty with the knife, the heads.
Yes.
He is not bringing that knife, by the way.
Okay.
Yes. Don't go attacking puppets.
Don't go attacking puppets.
How are we going for time? All right, we better move on here. We did also have the now I didn't really get much of a look in at this myself, and it's just trying to load here. The X. Geez, what's this all about? Is this another another app that I'm going to have to download? There's so many of these new things that, you know, Upland, its whole tagline was supposed to be mobile first, but so many of these things are now going off mobile.
Yeah, I asked Essay if he could come on, but I guess he's busy. I don't really know much about this. I know that it is from what Goldie said, it's active. You could go in and you can start at the shooting range. It's going to be basically, for now, from what I understand, who has the better shot. They calculate the scores and whatnot, and you can, you know, you win UpX like that.
Yeah, I mean, I looked at the trailer. It looked pretty cool. Like you can apparently buy guns and all sorts of stuff.
I know some stuff about it. They made a live with me yesterday.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
Take it away,
I think they will start with only 3 guns, but they're gonna add more, and they are identical twins of the real guns. They have partnership with some, I don't know how to say, but gun
makers.
Really? Make yeah, and they're making the exactly image of the gun, and you can buy 3 of them. Is a handgun, AK-47, and a sniper.
Oh,
but they said that they may have skins, colors to make more items, and at this beginning it's gonna be just this kind of game. You shot the name. You don't shot a friend. You shot on the target. The target, yeah. You shot the target.
Sometimes you want to shoot a friend.
I would have been dead 50 times over if that was the case. Yes. All right. So it says you can buy a pass here for 1,000 to play, and then you go. That's to win 1,700. So you're gambling 1,000 to win 700 again. These numbers on these things seem really janky to me.
Yeah, you have to play. You have to pay 1,000 UpX, and the winner is just one against one for now. and the winner takes 1.7.
So yeah, because the makers get a
Yes.
cut, I would suppose. Yeah.
Yes, and
That's similar to like something like Golf Clash or the bow and arrow games you'd play on your phones or something too, where you tie into two people and you wager some amount. You can probably wager larger amounts down the road. My guess, as well as thank you, Masita, very accurate with stuff. And then from the AMA I attended, they talked about having all of the weapons are supposed to be where you'll learn how to dismantle them, where you could learn how like proper firing techniques and cleaning techniques and martial arts and stuff like that. So I think their other aim is to be very accurate education platform for the history of martial arts and warfare. And they're using like thought it was 9 or 12 legendary commanders like Napoleon and Genghis Khan and stuff like that. And people can go buy those NFTs for ETH, and they're fairly expensive. They're like your founder's pass kind of thing. And then you can also get for like around $500, I want to say. I don't remember the exact ETH amount it was back then, but back then it was around $500. I think it's close to the same. And you could get like a soldier, and this would get you a lot of access and perks and extras that just being a logged in person with KYC and pay to play like micropayments, these $1,000 or $500, 500 UPIX, 1,000 UPIX, that's kind of their way to bring in lots of people. And then every now and then you're going to find someone who's saying, I want to have a lot more access and get perks, et cetera, and I'm going to buy one of those NFT passes. So then you also, I think, join a team, or you become kind of like a soldier within the ranks of like Napoleon's army or Genghis Khan's army, the others that you could choose from. George Washington, I believe, too. So, those kinds of options are there, depending on the history you like or want to know more about.
Yeah, sounds fun. I mean, hopefully it's something that I can do within the app, within, the mobile thing. Hopefully it's not too complicated, but definitely check it out. I mean, the whole guns kind of fascination doesn't really interest me, but any sort of gamification sounds fun at least.
Same.
We'll have to wait and see. All right. What do we got to left to wrap up on? Oh yeah, we kind of talked briefly about Genesis Week. Cheese, is there anything you wanted to speak to looking ahead to Genesis Week? Got your bags packed? You ready to go?
No, but I did send out a tweet for Omega Mart. I always wanted to visit it. Yeah, it's a kooky little supermarket style art exhibit. So you go in and it's like a really fun interactive art experience, and it's huge. Like you open up one of the refrigerator things to get out a drink, and it takes you into a secret tunnel to go somewhere else. Like everything is just weird and awesome. And I bought tickets with a few others already for June 8th at 12 p.m. I figured this gives us enough time for a couple of hours there and just to have fun, and then come back relaxed and then get ready for the meetup. Nice. If like, I'm sure Upland will do that. So yeah.
All right. Now we have heard from 2 of the Upland Player of the Year nominees. We did have Shaq in. Is she still in, or did she bounce? We haven't got her take on anything. I think she might have bounced.
Oh no, Shaq.
All right. Apologies for that, Shaq. I know you had a few things going on, but yeah, if you've been living on a rock and you didn't already see, so this year's Player of the Year nominees are Musida, Shaktalin, and Elijah Judah. Whoa, that's some pretty stiff competition there.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah. They're all amazing. So
yes, each of those are very much deserved of the prize. It'll be interesting to see who claims that one. Have to wait and see. Musida 2 years in a row. That would be epic.
Yeah, that would be far away from what I was.
Have you got an email to say you're the winner? That's
Oh yeah.
Not yet.
not yet. I really
I
hope
hope
that's
so.
not the case. That's going to be
Yeah,
weird.
no, yeah. At least last year, I didn't get any mail about that. I just knew about this on the Genesis week.
Yeah, and that's the way to do it. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
otherwise it's pretty poo-poo. Broadcaster of the year is MBE, Upland Guides, Upland Property Experts. Yeah, again, without tooting your own horns, I think any one of those could easily take that away. I mean, I'm not really big on these kind of what I've been calling it, the you know, prom queen sort of things. That's not really my bag, but you know, thank you to everybody who did vote to at least get us in the nominees. That's appreciative. We'll see how we
Yes,
go.
thank you. That was cool.
And designer of the year, we have who we got here: Antique Master, D-Tech, and who did I miss? I missed somebody.
Noka.
Noka, yes.
Noka.
So all well deserving.
He's
of
from
that
Brazil.
too.
Ah.
That's cool. We got UDU represented in all three categories. That's pretty cool.
Yes, we do.
Yes, fingers in all the pies.
Yeah.
All right, that's all I had to touch on. If anybody else wanted to chime in and have anything to say, we still got a little bit of time here. We are open to the public. We are very biased opinions. Anything you want to say? No.
No.
All right, Cheese. Then I guess we'll just move on and see if we can give away some outdoor decor map assets.
Yay. I like that, outdoor decor map assets. How about map decor? Marry the two.
Oh God, we need an acronym. All right, we don't have Jazzy Jazz in today. She's off on holidays again. I mean, she's living the dream, the old Jazzy Jazz.
Sorry, Ben. Adma.
Yeah, outdoor decor map asset. Adma. You're a bit Adma.
Yeah.
All right, Cheese. Let me have
All right.
Who we got in?
Let's give it to you.
There's quite a few here today, so bear with us.
Okay, so we have Michael Kohler. Michael.
Nick. Yep.
Boulder.
Yep.
Brian. Caesar. D-Tech. Doctor. Elijah. Happy. Kinder. Laban. Maui. Musita. Puppet. Rodrigo. Shelter. Simone C. Sir. Tim.
Oh, that's TB, isn't it? Yep.
TB. Umbrella. And Zozo.
You going in the list?
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Have we got you there? Last chance to say you're in or not? All right, let's see. So you don't have to do anything, as we said. Oh, look at that. Rockdrigo.
Yay.
All right.
All right, let's see what you're going to win, mate. Let me bounce out of there, and we'll bounce straight over here, and we'll wait for it to load.
Which app did I get?
Which Odma? I don't know. We're probably going to wait 3 days for it to load on my shitty old laptop. Sing us the song, Cheese. Oh, here we go. It's grandpa size. No, it's crapped out again.
Uh-oh.
What? Oh, let's come back to this one. All right, I'm going to jump out of share screen. All right, Cheese, give us the deal. What have you got as far as goodie bags? While I get this organized, give us a wrap up. If you do manage to go to Genesis Week and you're going to see Cheese, what should they be on the lookout for to find you? And what are you going to be doing? Give us the heads up while I get this organized.
Nanya. No, I'm just kidding. They will be getting an insight into another actually another project that I'm into that I am working on as well. So that's a nice thing, something secret. They will get information about the MVA, which will be, you know, a combination of everything. They will be getting some swag. They will be seeing some awesome designs that I made on my table because I'm just so talented in art. So yeah.
Yes, and I believe you got big banners and all sorts of stuff hooked up.
I got big banners and I cannot lie.
Goodie bags.
Goodie bags. My goodie bags bring all the Uplanders to the yard.
All right, that's not loading. So, Rockdrigo, we'll just throw it to you. Which of our 10-piece outdoor decor items would you like? You know, the sauna, the umbrella, there's all those pieces. Or it could be a Christmas spiral, a Halloween. Take your pick, mate. What do you want?
Yeah, hard to pick all of those. I'd like a sauna, yeah.
A sauna.
Oh.
All right. There you go.
So you could say it's like a sauna in here.
Yes.
Like a sauna.
Rest those weary bones after all that data analysis.
My apta sauna.
My abda. Adma
sauna.
Adma.
Elijah, do you want to give us the heads up on that if you're available? What you've just put in chat.
Hey, yeah. Genesis Week this year, we're gonna have a Real Node LA booth set up. So Blue Rain is gonna be managing the booth. She'll be there. If you can, as soon as the booth is set up, get over there. We're gonna have a limited amount of t-shirts to give away. With the Real Node t-shirts, when you scan them with your phone's camera, it'll take you right into the Real Node Theater, our Layer 2 project. So it's pretty cool. Scan the front of the shirt and jump right into Layer 2. So it's a limited supply, y'all.
Absolutely.
That's cool.
So yeah, if you are at Genesis Week, don't sleep on any of these booths. Get in early, get your swag, because most of the people that I know that we've spoken to, they have limited supply. So get in early.
Vegas only.
All right.
Vegas only edition.
Absolutely. All right. I think we're done, Cheese. On that note, you can wrap us up, please.
Nice. So is this the last one before Genesis Week? No, this is not.
I don't know. You're going.
There's one more. There's one more. All right.
One more UDU podcast. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. If you are out there and listening and watching, and you do have something that you want to promote or whatever, or as far as Genesis Week, or even doesn't even have to be part of that. As I said, we are open to the public. We're happy to get the word out however we can with this, that, and the other thing. So let us know.
Stay fresh, you cheesy bags.
Are you looking for some of that quality outdoor decor? But you got no freaking idea where to go? Oh, come on over to Samurai Aquatics and Decor for all your outdoor decor needs. Got yourself an empty plot of boring virtual real estate in the metaverse, do you? Yeah, just delete that. I'm still not ready, sorry. Got yourself an empty plot of boring virtual real estate in the metaverse, do you? Or maybe some kind of crappy ramshackle building that, I don't know, needs a bit of extra spunk to it or something. And stop mucking about and get yourself over to Samurai Aquatics Discord to see all our available stock. We've got loads of different decor to spend your pretend money on. We got saunas to fire you up and ice baths to chew you the fudge out. Literally stock coming out of our ears. Grills, swings, seating and more. So much more. And if we don't got it, give us a buzz and we could probably make it. Get yourself on over to Samurai Aquatics at 30 Aqua Vista Way in Midtown Terrace, San Francisco, lickety split, and gorge yourself on outdoor decor.